Back in September, I closed a $10,000 deal from a sales team campaign targeting the IT health industry, which snowballed into multiple clients, including a referral from a Microsoft affiliated company. This niche is often overlooked, not because it's unknown, but simply because people don't know how to tap into it. In this video, I'm going to be pulling back the curtain to show you everything you need to know about targeting the IT health industry, and I'll explain to you why this niche is worth your attention, how to speak the language, and how to position yourself so you can win clients in this space. Plus, I'm going to be sharing the exact copy that I use to land those high-ticket deals. My name is Sam, and I've scaled my sales team agency from $0 all the way to $80,000 a month in about 8 months by building and selling high ROI sales systems purely built in no-code tools like Make.com. I created this agency model, and now I'm here to share it with you. I get daily emails from people who've landed their first clients, and this is the kind of success that I want for you too. So the goal of this channel is to teach you how to use AI and automation the real way so you can build and sell high ROI sales systems from $2,000 all the way to $10,000 per deal, and basically build a profitable sales team agency that will help you break free from the chains of living paycheck to paycheck. I know the pain of feeling stuck, working endlessly, and constantly worrying about the future, but trust me, I've been there and I understand. Because in 2025, AI and automation is kind of like crypto back in the day. Everyone is talking about it, but very few actually know how to make money with it. It's all just theory unless you understand how to turn it into real action and drive through revenue. And that's exactly what I'm here to show you. So first, I'm going to explain to you why I went for the IT health industry and why it might be a good idea to target, especially now 2025 with AI and automation and AI agents human. Then I'll show you how you can position yourself effectively so closing deals becomes easier. You'll learn how to source leads, how to speak to them in a way that resonates, and use AI personalization just like a 7-figure agency owner. We'll even build a system that automates the entire process for us. But that's not all. I'm also going to walk you through how you can sell it so you can make your first sale, even if you're just starting out. And as always, I'm going to leave all the free resources in the description. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started.
Okay, so why I've decided to target the IT health industry? Well, simply because it's one of the fastest growing industries with the growing adoption of AI in healthcare for diagnosis, patient engagement, and operational tasks. There's a huge demand for automated solutions. More and more companies in healthcare are using AI nowadays to interact with patients, making things more data-driven and tech-focused. They're also cutting down on staff because AI now can do a lot of work. Well, how can we effectively target this industry? Well, we position ourselves as growth partners, helping these companies with sales systems that connect them to the right partners. And here's the deal. Their ideal customers are always going to be healthcare organizations. Okay. This is the real juice for you guys. Why? Because they work directly with them and there's a big money involved. Okay. So the kicker is healthcare companies usually spend thousands on ads and mostly rely on referrals and word of mouth. So this is where we come in, helping them scale and generate leads without all the expensive ad spend. Now, how I was able to land that deal? Well, the reason I landed a 10K deal with healthcare companies is because I saw the potential. Okay. So I focused on offering something that really mattered to them, pre-qualified meetings with big companies. So my positioning and what I would recommend you guys is always being a growth partner, not just a lead gen agency. Okay. Think about it. These companies are spending millions on ads. Like a 10K deal is nothing for them. Okay. If you can deliver, it can easily kickstart your career. So what really helped me was understand how they operate, right? And the challenges they face, like relying on too much referrals, word of mouth, instead of having a solid, scalable lead gen system. Now, I'm going to explain to you how you can what you can do basically so you can get similar results just like I did, okay? So to get similar results, right? I'm just going to add my $sign here. Focus on the benefits, not the features. So what I've found actually is that these companies want something scalable, okay? Without all the hassle. So rather than just selling lead gen, right? I positioned myself, and what I would recommend you position yourself as a growth partner. You are not just bringing in leads. You're helping them grow sustainably without burning cash on ad spend. Okay. So if you want to land deals like this, you need to show them how your system can help them scale quickly and efficiently. So frame everything as ROI. Tech companies, especially in healthcare, are all about cutting costs and boosting efficiency. So implementing AI is huge for them. It's not just a buzzword, it's an actual solution, right? So the key here is to speak their language. Let them, you're in it for the long haul. You're here to implement something that works and frees them from the headaches of traditional methods. And once they see the result, you're both set up for success. Now I'm gonna show you basically the copies that worked for me. But first, I'm gonna explain to you and show you how we can source leads. And my best platform that I would recommend you use when sourcing leads for the IT health industry is gonna be Crunchbase. You can use Apollo. You might be wondering, why are we not using Apollo or LinkedIn? Well, Apollo and LinkedIn are both great, but I just prefer Crunchbase because I can get highly relevant data. And typically, IT health companies are mentioned and listed in Crunchbase more often than Apollo. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to head over to Crunchbase. So it's going to be crunchbase.com. Okay. And then here's the dashboard basically. And the way I was able to come in here is I just went to Crunchbase, right? And I just went to free trial. So essentially, Crunchbase is pretty expensive. So what we do is basically we're just going to get a free trial here, and we can basically scrape thousands of leads every single day, basically for free, right? And I'm going to explain to you how. So if I go to advanced search, I'm going to click on advanced search. I'm going to go to companies. Okay. Now, I got access to 3 million company, right? So let's say, for example, I want to export. So if I click on export, I can't. I need to upgrade to Crunchbase Business, okay? But we can essentially scrape thousands of leads. I'm going to explain to you how, and the platform I'm going to be using is going to be Apify. But before we actually do this, what we're going to do is we're going to build our list. So here's the exact parameters and filters you should be focused on. So the first thing you're going to do is going to go to overview. And then I'm going to go to number of employees, and the employees that I want you to target is going to be from 51 to 250. Okay. So these are medium size, still big companies that have a lot of budget. They have a lot of money. Okay. So I'm going to go to industry, and industry is going to be health. So healthcare, healthcare, mental health, personal health. What else? Health, home healthcare, health diagnostic, and telehealth, which is huge. Electronic health, EHR, and that's pretty much it. Okay. So I'm at 50,000 results, and I may or may not just spot a client that I actually worked with before in this list, but I'm not going to say the name. So in terms of, financials, I'm going to go to, I'm going to go to signals. Okay. And then I'm going to click on growing. So these are all companies that are growing. So 3,000 companies that are growing. And then let me walk you guys through basically like an example ideal client that you want to work with. So if I looked for this company right here. Okay. So this company, yeah, they use AI agents to get, yeah. So basically what they do, wow. So you can design your own AI agents, and it just turns into a patient. This is pretty creepy, right? So let's look at, okay, so wow, they have NVIDIA. So this is what I mean by like a big company. So they have already NVIDIA, like talking about them. So they raised 278 millions. So imagine a deal, like 10K deal for them, it's nothing, right? So these are the companies that you want to work with. So what we're going to do now is we're going to scrape this list, and the platform we're going to be using is going to be Apify. So I'm just going to go to apify.com. And then I'm going to show you step by step how you can scrape data basically. So I want you to go into this search bar and look for Crunchbase. And then the scraper we're going to be using is going to be Ultimate Crunchbase Search Scraper. Okay. Try for free. Okay. So that's it. And now everything I have to do now is basically just copy my search URL, go back to my scraper, paste that in here, right? And then in terms of this all JSON, right? I'm just going to delete it and I'm going to go and show you how you can get this session cookie. So look for edit this cookie extension, edit this cookie. And then you have a bunch of cookies here, like cookie editor. The one that I wanted to use is going to be this one, cookie editor. Yeah, this is the one. And you're going to click on add. Okay. So once you do that, you're going to head over to advanced search. You're going to go to extensions. You're just going to click on edit this cookie. You're going to click on extract, right? So cookies to clipboard. And then all you have to do is paste in your session cookie here. The total numbers of records required, you can leave that empty if you want to scrape everything, or you can just basically put in 3,000 leads or 3,064. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to scrape 3,000 leads. So 3,064. And then in terms of custom proxy, I'm just going to use special. Okay. So either use residential or special. Okay. Both are great. What I would recommend you use residential and special. So if you get rate limited, right? Let's say you're scraping too much, because if you scrape too much, you're going to get rate limited. Switch from residential to special. Okay. And you'll be good. And I'm going to go to run options, right? And I'm going to click on no timeout. And it's probably going to take me like 10 minutes. It's going to take us 10 minutes to scrape this data. So I'm going to click on save and start. Right. And then now the scraper is actually pulling the data, is logging in on behalf of us. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to wait for this to scrape everything. And then I'm going to get back to you. Okay. So I've just scraped 3,000 leads, 3,064 leads. So 3,064 leads. And then if I go back, 3,064 leads. So there you go, guys. This is like an amazing scraper. Like imagine getting access to this data, right? Like, let me show you an example. If I click on exports, I have to upgrade, and it's basically like $100 per month, right? So I can just save myself all of that and just use Epify, right? So I highly recommend you guys use Epify. So now I have all this data right now. I have like 3,000 leads, okay? So now I'm going to begin building my system. So now you understand how you can source leads, okay? So next step is I'm going to show you how you can build a system that basically does the entire outreach for you automatically, okay? So I'm going to go to make.com, create a new scenario. So once you sign up to make.com, create a new scenario, and then I wanted to click on this plus button and look for Apify. Okay, so Apify. And then you're going to go to get data set items. Okay. And then how to set up your connection is you have to go to settings. So settings, and then go to integration, API integration. Just copy your API key and then click add, right? I believe it's API, yeah, API token. And then you're going to paste in your API token and click on save. Okay, great. Now the dataset ID, right? So you're going to have to go back to actors and you're going to go back to your Crunchbase scraper. And then you're going to have to go to storage. And then you're going to have to copy this dataset ID. It's basically the dataset ID is where the data is stored, kind of like the RAM of the scraper in a sense. So now we can get access to Apify, right? To the data of Apify of the scrape data in Make, which is pretty cool, right? So I can just paste that in here. The format is going to be JSON. The limit is always going to be just one, okay? Because if I put in one, I will retrieve 100 records. Now I don't want to do that. I don't want to waste my operations in Make. I want to just test in one record, see how the data is, and then I can basically just run that at scale. So I'm going to click on save, and then I'm going to click on run once. So this is the company, Suki. I have the identifier. I have the founder identifier, which is basically the founder's name. We have category, etc. Like we have every single thing that we need to have a super powerful outreach. Okay, so the next step is I'm going to click on this plus button. And if you guys noticed, right, if I go to this data right here, we don't have like the email address of the decision maker. But rest assured, we're just going to use a platform, an email enrichment platform is going to help us do that. So click on this plus button right here and just type in Hunter. Okay, so Hunter is an email enrichment platform, just like Find the Email and Email Finder, Scrappy, Prospeo. Like I've showed you tons of email enrichment platforms in this channel, but the one that we're going to be using today is going to be Hunter. So click on Hunter, okay, and the one that you want is going to be Find an Email. Okay. So you're going to go to Hunter. I'm going to show you how you can set up your connection. So this is Hunter. So once you sign up, basically, you're going to have to go to API. And then you're just going to have to copy your API key. Okay, so this is your API key. You're going to copy it. And then you're going to have to go back to make and just paste in your API key right here and click save. Okay, so I'm going to go to search by. And search by is going to be by domain because we have the domain. If I go to search items and I just typed in website, you're going to see that we have website. Okay, in terms of the full name, obviously it's going to be the founder full name, which is full name. And then click on full name and save. Now, if I click on run once, Hunter is going to try to find it. So I think I have to remap my connection. I think it's this one. Okay, so this is the one. So we actually found the email. So this is the guy, right? We found the email. We even found source verification. So the email accept also means that it's valid. Okay, so now, since I have the email, I've essentially done 90% of the work. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to use AI to generate a highly personalized message at scale. Okay. So I'm going to look for Claude. The AI model I'm going to be using is going to be Anthropic Claude. You can use Perplexity. You can use Gemini, OpenAI, anything that you want. I just like Claude for text-based results. I'm going to go to Sonnet, and it's going to be this one right here. No, not HiQ, Sonnet, okay? Max token is going to be 3090. In terms of message, I'm going to click on add message, role, user, and content is going to be text, okay? So I'm going to walk you through the prompts that's going to work perfectly in our case. So I'm going to go to my 7-figure prompts, which is basically a couple prompts that we have in our community, right? And the one that I want is going to be, so we have so many here. We have prompt template. We even have a prompt to generate a prompt, right? So I'm going to copy this one right here. And this is tested plug and play. So people in my community can just go ahead and basically copy it and have they can basically start a sales sim campaign like a day. So I'm just going to map in a few things, right? So the things that I want are going to be the company name. So company name is going to be company name. And then what do I want from here? Yes, I want to have last funding at, and it's going to be, the last funding at, and you're going to understand why. And then I'm going to have founded on, or founded on. Also going to add something else. Yeah, we need to add the first name of the person. So first name. So the first name is going to be the first name, okay? And then that's pretty much it. Click save, and then let's just run once and see. Hey Anshu, just saw Suki's Series C news. Congrats on the 165 million raise. Healthcare documentation has been crying out for AI-driven solutions, and you're really nailing the voice-first approach. Been following since your 2016 launch and love seeing how you've evolved from basic documentation to a true clinical workflow assistant. Wow, this is extremely scary. So the only thing I'm going to exclude is going to be the founded on. I don't want to include that line. Right? And I'm going to click on save. And I'm also going to add in a new filter here. Just checks in if the email is valid or exists. So if email found. So only if the email found, we're going to generate the personalization. Okay. Click save and then run once. And then let's see through the AI response. Okay. Hey, Anshu, congrats on Suki Series D. It's great seeing voice AI solutions getting the recognition they deserve in healthcare. The documentation burden on doctors is real, and what you're building could give them back hours of their day. Looking forward to watching your continued growth. So as you guys can see, I told you their ideal customers are going to be healthcare firms, doctors, etc. So it's so easy for you to deliver, okay? So now you know what to say in your offer, okay? So now that I have the personalized message, basically all I have to do is I'm going to show you guys basically the copy that worked, okay? So I'm going to go back to my draw here, and this is the copy, okay? So we're going to have a personalized line, for example, right? And I'm going to say, I'm sad, reaching out because I've built a new way to run cold outbound at scale, and it finally just works. I imagine this could work really well for company name. So the tone is humble, yet professional. So yet pro, right? So, and I'm also, if you guys can see, I'm positioning myself in like in a way that's like founder to founder, okay? And then I have a clear value prop. Right? So clear value prop, which is we can send 17 times the volume of a typical SDR, and our emails are a lot more thoughtful and relevant, meaning 100% more value. So as you guys can see, again, we have here another thing, value. So I'm framing everything in terms of ROI, right? So I'm speaking their language. In fact, we can guarantee 3 to 4 ideal clients in less than 10 a week, just like we did with Vention, where we directly added 85K in a quarter. I'm just giving them like a case study right here. You don't need to use a case study. You can just say we can help you generate 3 or 4 ideal clients in less than 10 weeks. We've built a system that actually does just that, specifically for company name, right? Confident we could do something similar or better for you. I'd love to ask for a quick 10-minute chat, but I'm mindful of your time. If this sounds interesting, I can send over more details and we can chat if they make sense. So as you guys can see here, we have a soft CTA, right? So this is the real juice, okay? So this is the real juice here, okay? So I'd love to ask for a quick 10-minute chat. Like I'm mindful of their time, okay? I know like it's a founder, like they just raised 165 million. So obviously they have a lot of money. I'm mindful of their time. So I'm again like positioning myself as a growth partner. I'm someone who is not that pushy, but I want to talk to you. Looking forward to your response. Saad, Maya process. Sends for my iPhone. Okay, so that's exactly what we're going to be doing, right? So we're just going to copy this. So I'm going to go back to my make, right? And I'm going to click on this plus button and I'm going to look for tools, right? I'm going to go for tools and it's going to be set variable. Okay, and this is going to be my dream email. So this is my Maya process, aka Saad's method. I'm going to add in my text response and I'm going to add in the copy right here. And company name is going to be basically company name, which is company, okay? And then I'm going to add in my second line, which is going to be here. Control C, Control V. And then I'm going to go back, add in my little case study here, paste that in here. And then I believe I have to add a new line here. And then I'm going to go back to confident. Could do something better for you. Paste that in here. And next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in the last line, right? Looking forward to your response. And then my name and my company name. And then I'm going to add sends from my iPhone. And then I'm going to click on save. Okay, now if I save this, and then I'm just going to run this once again. And then let's see. Okay, so hey Anshu, congratulations on Suki's Series D raise. Really impressed by how you're tackling healthcare burnout with AI voice text. As someone who's worked with medical startups, I know how game-changing it is to give doctors their time back. Your growth trajectory speaks for all. I'm Saad reaching out, etc., etc. I'm gonna have to add a new line here. And there you go, and click save. Okay, let's test into the second record. So I'm just gonna offset this and click save. So the second email has been found, and then let's just read through this. Hey Alex, really impressed by Hippocratic's 276 million funding. Critical timing given healthcare massive shift towards AI assisted care. This is what I'm telling you guys, okay? The focus on safety first LLMs for medical use is exactly what the industry needs. So I'm telling you exactly like the real juice, okay? So none of people actually just talk about this, but I figured I share this with you guys. So looking forward to seeing how this shapes healthcare delivery in the coming years. So yeah, now I can basically just click on add, and I'm going to add this to my Instantly campaign. So it's going to be Instantly, and I'm going to add this to a campaign, okay? And then I'm going to go to my Instantly, right? And I'm going to go and basically show you guys how to authenticate, right? And by the way, I'm going to leave you the lead list and the resource. So if you want to target them, go ahead. And then I'm going to go to integration. Okay. So go to integration, API keys, and go to version 1 depreciated and copy your API key. Go back to make.com and then click on add, and just have to do just paste in your API key and click save. Okay. Now I'm going to go to campaigns, and looks like instantly has get free domains for a limited time. Okay, that's amazing. Yeah, it's great. Let me just go back and walk you guys through this. If I click on add new, yeah, they have 376 emails pre-warmed up. Yeah, that's amazing. And they have also like a promo. I'm not affiliated with these guys, but highly recommend instantly. Okay, click new, IT, healthcare, and then click on continue. And then now I'm going to add my leads. Okay, refresh this. And then the one that I have is IT healthcare. Okay, so IT healthcare. The leads email is obviously going to be the leads found, and the first name is going to be first name, last name, company name is going to be, we can just map in the company name right here. And then the personalization is going to be text, okay? And click save. And then now I'm going to click on run once. We'll generate highly personalized personalization, adding everything to instantly, and then sequences. So the lead has been added. And then let me just add in personalization, which is going to be my copy right here. And I feel like there's something missing. Let me go back. Oh yeah, my mistake. Yeah, I added the text personalization instead of the dream email. So let me just rerun this again. And I believe now everything should be good. Let me just go back to leads. Okay, it was updated. And now, let me just refresh this. And if I go to personalization, I already have it. So preview. And I think I need to delete this lead. Yeah, let me just delete this lead and rerun it again. Okay, so go back to make, and then let me just run once again. And I believe this will work now because I've mapped the dream email. And then let me go back to leads again. It has been added. Okay, so great, amazing. So we have everything here. So in terms of subject line, what I would recommend you guys use, I would say growth, partnership with company name. Now that's what I mean by like a good subject line. Okay, so yeah. Now the only thing I have to do is basically save this and then leave this empty. Limit empty. I can add everything to my instantly campaign, basically all 3,000 leads. Amazing. And click save. Okay, now you know how to get yourself a client targeting the IT health industry. You know how to source leads. You know what are the best platforms to source leads. You know how to scrape leads. You know what kind of like the copy that you should be using, the level of AI personalization and everything. How can you actually now position yourself so you can sell this system, right, pretty effectively? So let me walk you guys through it. Okay, so to sell this and essentially land a high ticket deal, right, here's what you should be doing. So first thing, if you're just starting out, here's how to pitch this to your prospects step by step. So focus on the benefits, okay? Start by showing how your system will make their life easier instead of you saying we'll generate leads for you. So let's say you're on a sales call. Say we help you connect with your ideal customers at scale without wasting money on ads or relying only on referrals, okay? Use relatable language, and this is speaking from experience. They don't need to know all the technical details of how your AI works, okay? Nobody cares. What matters is that you make their business more efficient, okay? So position yourself as a partner. Again, not a lead gen agency. Don't sell as an agency. Sell as a partner who's there for long term. I'm not just here to help you get leads. Like as an example, you would say, I'm here to help your business grow substantially so you can scale with ease. In terms of pricing, don't be afraid to pitch more than 2 to 3K, okay? So here's how you can pitch this, okay? use your system as a proof of concept, okay? So let your prospect know that you've built this exact system and it's working for you. And you'd say, hey, I've implemented this system for my own outreach, and it was the reason why we are on a call right now. It helps me land high quality meetings with potential clients at scale without relying on ads or traditional outreach methods. Okay. Then you're going to highlight the value. Let them know exactly what they guess. We're going to say, hey, when we work together, we'll set you up with our sales system that finds your ideal customers, nurtures those leads, and books meetings for you. In 30 days, we'll deliver a fully functional system, a video guide on how to use it, and 5 to 10 qualified meetings with prospects ready to talk. Okay. Again, my general recommendation is focus on the outcomes, not features. Avoid going into too much details about the technical side of things. So keep things a little bit simple and relatable. You won't have to spend endless hours trying to book meetings or rely on cold calls or ads. This is what you would say. The system will handle the heavy lifting so you can focus on closing deals and growing your business. So I would also recommend you offer a timeline. Let them know when to expect results. So you're going to be like, hey, you'll have the system up and running within a couple of weeks. And all you have to do basically is just use this exact same blueprint that I'm going to leave you in the description. Okay. And in 30 days, you'll start seeing booked meetings from your ideal clients. And then for all of this, you can typically charge from $3,000 to $5,000.
Okay, hopefully you found value in this video. We're gonna leave all the resources in the description like always. Check out Sales Systems Mastery if you want to get your first customer in just a few weeks. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com. 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 Alphonic.com.